Hey, we're the Utilities, and this is a song called Hindcast.
I can. I will Hindcast and forecast, and I will wash the residue from my pores, and I will stuff our hands with everything I can, 'cause someday we'll have time to spend on each other until we figure out what this is for. Something less specific, less of it eating, more of a frozen frame, a feeling that you can hold on to when you're old and going gray, when you're old and going gray. Are you sure that we're welcome here? Well, the world around's unclear. I
This is a song called Eyes Open, Eyes Closed.
This is cognitive avoidance. I need you to fill me in. You know I spend one waking hour of every day with my eyes closed. So you ask offended why I put in extra time when you're around. As if I don't miss enough in my 9 hours spent with my eyes closed. Alertness interrupted by latency, bored out of mind of someone else's tree. Alertness interrupted by latency. I saw you sitting there right beside me. The gas and oil and the machine, guided by a single friend. When you recharge your batteries, you are missing anything. When I play too much, kiss me till I am paying
All right, so you are currently watching the first, or listening to the first installment of the Prairie Sessions. My name's Holly.
And I'm Jesse.
All right, and so Jesse, maybe you'll give an overview as to what the Prairie Sessions will be.
You bet. Well, we're going to have musical guests in once a month to perform and play live. This one is taking place at the NAAG in Lethbridge. And so we're recording the band's audio and video, and then it'll go up every month for your enjoyment, and you'll get to know a little bit about the bands.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be nice to have a sit-down session afterwards with the bands to, get to know who you're listening to and what their story is and what's going on. So today, our very first guest, really special. Everyone remembers, yeah.
Drake, there you go.
Everyone remembers their first, right? We have the Utilities, and they just played 3 tracks for us off their newest album, Flint. All right, boys. So maybe we could do a bit of an introduction, just of ourselves, who you guys are, who is the band. So Joel, we can start.
My name's Joel Stretch. I sing and I play guitar.
My name's Drake McShane, and I'm the drummer of the Utilities.
I'm Blair, and I'm Joel's brother, and I play guitar in the utilities.
My name is Colby Claire Stolson, and I play the bass.
You sound so excited.
All right, the enthusiasm is good. No, awesome. Nice to properly meet everyone here. Now, the songs that you just played, like I said, they're off of your second full-length album, Flint. And that's recorded on Esper Records. Yes. So just if you wanted to go a quick comparison from your first record to your second record, how have you guys grown as artists? Have you taken different direction? What would you say about that, Joel? Or?
I think with the first CD, it was really just so people had something like attached to us. Like we'd only been a band like 3 or 4 months, so we rented like $100 worth of equipment and set it up in just a country church called Asker, outside of Ponoka, where we lived at the time. And just recorded it all off the floor and kind of just recorded what we had up to that point. It was pretty rough, pretty lo-fi, but I think it kind of captured where we were at as a band at the time. So I guess the similarity between the two is both times that was the goal going in, was just capturing kind of where we're at, not trying to sound any better, any differently than we do in a live setting. So that'd be the similarity. And then I guess probably the biggest difference is the songs have just gotten better, and we've all improved, and better recording technology and stuff for the second one, recording it with Jesse instead of on our own. So
I was taking a listen to Flint. I noticed that there are quite a few tracks, as well as Jesse noticed. I can't forget that he's here. He might pipe up and say something. No, we noticed that there are a lot of tracks with titles and references to eyes, rods and cones, and everything. So what's that all about? Who wants to field that question? Joel, I understand that you do most of the writing, so okay.
I guess kind of whatever is stuck in my brain comes out in songs. And I was in high school taking bio while I was writing a lot of the songs for the CD and learning about eyes and stuff. And I guess that was just one of the more interesting parts to me. So I guess then it just kind of spilled out in the songs.
And it's a really easy theme.
It is, yeah. Well, and there's a lot of like pre-existing connotations too, like the window to the soul and like stuff like that. Like it's easy to work with, and it's kind of one of the first things you notice about a person too when you meet them or whatever. So yeah, I guess there's just a lot to work with. So it just kept on coming back in the lyrics.
Okay, and pertaining to that, would you say that lots of your lyrics are about people and experiences with that, and opening yourself up, whatever?
Yeah, I think so. Like about other people, or about myself, or about fictional people as well, like people I just make up, or situations that I make up as well. So. And
is there like collective input as to what the song should be about, or do you guys, feel the same way about how you should direct the lyrics of your song, or?
Well, I imagine we affect Joel's life since we're like best friends. I'm sure we help him write the songs in an indirect way.
Yeah, for sure. I think that usually how it goes is we misunderstand him and we go to quote a lyric back to him and he says that's not what the lyric is.
You don't understand me.
And then he explains it to us and we're like, well, that's really smart. That's a good lyric. Yeah. Because I don't know, Joel's a really good poet, so he does the majority of the writing, and then
we just kind of let him do his own thing.
We let him do his thing, really.
Like if I had my input, it would just bring the lyrics down, so that Joel just be free.
Yeah, Drake doesn't leave a short leash. It's just whatever goes.
Be free.
Oh, which one of you guys, Colby, if you want to feel this, is the hip fan? Because there are some references to the Tragically Hip.
Well, we're all hip fans, but I'd say Joel or Blair is the most hip fan.
I'm going to say I'm the mature hip fan. Joel's the active hip fan because he goes to their concerts, which I can't afford. He's been to multiple utilities.
There's different levels of fanship.
Yeah, they're my favorite band, and I think it's safe to say they're Blair's favorite band too
as well.
Sorry, someone's phone's going off. I looked a little distracted over there, but hey, it's all part of it. No, that's really neat. Okay, so
Yeah.
just gonna blurt out my own opinion here on the hip really quickly. And we were talking about this earlier, Jesse, right? That the hip kind of maybe embodies something that it means, like what means to be Canadian, right? They've got this, I don't know, Canadian vibe to them. Is that something that you guys want to put into your music, or you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess maybe like on a subconscious level at least. Like I don't go out of my way to write like Canadian lyrics, or we don't go out of our way to sound Canadian. But like I said before, like kind of whatever's in my head and whatever is around me like comes out in the lyrics. So because I live in Canada and always have, that does come out, the images, and I guess just kind of what I know from where I've lived, for sure.
Yeah, I think something that we've learned from the wisdom of the Tragically Hip is that like Canadian art and Canadian music isn't a patriotic measure as much as it is an expression of what it means to be in Canada and be a Canadian. So yeah, I don't think that it's conscious effort as much as something that hopefully just comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really deep.
That's really deep.
That's the best, like,
Well, I didn't make it up.
Like, that's great.
That's
I don't even know what Canadian
straight from
is.
Gordon.
I bet it's something to do with that.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, I think what we're going to do is take a little break here and segue back into some music. Enough chitter-chatting. So we'll see you back in a few minutes and talk more with the Utilities. Helix, my spine goes back to you, goes back to you, yeah. We have the land, no road has been left blocks. Come on in, come on in. The fear still remains, the years scraped us thin, but now the removal process can begin, yeah.
is it gone? It's the closest we have been to what we want.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're gonna actually do it now. You're gonna. I don't want it. Ready? Yeah.
If the interview's back, can we just cut into stuff like this?
Yeah.
Yay!
Especially if we run out of time.
I'll do an actual one. Sorry.
Save my life if you don't play around with nostalgia, cause it'll rip your heart out an ounce at a time, yeah, an ounce at a time. So I said, don't insult me with your diagnosis, cause I know when my roots have been severed. Just look at my leaves. For you, who's gonna send you? Oh, I'm reaching through the floor for you. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. Oh, say the things we've always said and cut off the blood flow to our end till everything we own is officially deemed unsustainable. I got the left hand of darkness, go on and tie behind my back. This superiority complex makes it hard to hear sometimes. Makes it hard to hear sometimes. Makes it hard to hear sometimes. This is a song off of our latest album, Flint. It's called Your Complex. Well, this is not emptiness, not vacancy. We are what we are, but where are we? Choking on the dust of a gold mine. Filling every crevice of my mind like a wildfire. We don't want to be reconditioned. We want to be made new. So tear me down and build me up, or Name your complex, the one you inherited from your parents when you were an infant. We could drop it, never talk about it again. I'm just wondering, darling, is this worthwhile? Darling, is this worthwhile? Oh, oh, careful of who you impress, you never know when you'll need an enemy. Be careful of who you are, you never know who you'll still need to be. And be careful of what you learn, you never know when you'll need a mystery. And carefully channel every desire, you never know what you might need to want. Be careful of who you impress, you never know when you'll need an enemy. Be careful of who you are, you never know when you'll still need to be. Be careful of what you learn, you never know when you'll need a mystery. And carefully channel every desire, you never know when you might need to want something.
Rock and roll.
Okay. All right. Ready?
to buy some money so I can get a camera, take pictures of pictures till I remember the things you remember. And I know you better than you know yourself. And I need to tie some lumber so I can build an easel, so I can paint your picture, and I will show you how beautiful you are. You'll love you even more than I love myself. Like one of the birds nesting out in the rafters of the new egg center in town. And all my friends will come and call me a coward, but I'll defend myself saying the pond was just too good to pass up. Way too good for me to pass up. And now I need to buy some money so I can get a camera and take pictures of pictures until I remember the things you remember. And I know you're better than you know yourself. And I need to tie some lumber so I can build an easel, so I can paint your picture, and I will show you how beautiful you are. You'll love you even more than I love myself. Water and blood spilling from my gut. As long as you come around, but it won't be small town talkers that'll talk me down back onto the ground. And now I need to buy some money so I can get a camera and take pictures of pictures until I remember the things you remember. And I know you better than you know yourself. And I need to tie some lumber so I can build an easel, so I can paint your picture, and I will show you how beautiful you are. You'll love you even more than I love myself.
All right, so I hope everyone out there thoroughly enjoyed those songs that the Utilities just played, because I know I did. It was a really good time. And a while back we were talking about sort of influences and blah, 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 blah. And I was just wondering how your move from Ponoka to Lethbridge has, you know, changed your perspectives in a sense that maybe influenced your music and whatever, like what you think of Lethbridge and all that good stuff in comparison to Ponoka.
Well, as Gordon Downey once said, it doesn't matter where you stay, it only matters where you go.
I said that.
Well, you were Gordon Downey.
It's confusing the two.
Don't even know who you are anymore.
So Lethbridge is really...
Colby's just misquoting. He's just throwing quotes out.
Well, from a practical point of view, it's Lethbridge is awesome because this year it means that all of the utilities are in one place.
Yeah, for sure.
Like last year we were driving back and forth, like Colby and I were driving down here for practices, which is a 4-hour drive, and doing that on top of school is pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
So it's really convenient that we're all together in a 5-minute drive from each other.
Lethbridge completes us.
Yeah.
Good. I guess in comparison to Ponoka, it's a bit of a bustling metropolis, right? A bit of a bigger music scene.
There are venues, if that's what you mean.
Okay, so I'm going to tell my Ponoka story now, just because there's been so much build-up. Jesse and I were talking about it, and I was like, Ponoka? Where's Ponoka? Sorry, anyone from Ponoka? Anyways, and then I realized I know Ponoka because when we would drive, my parents and I would drive when we were a kid to Edmonton, drive through Ponoka. There is an insane asylum in Ponoka, and my parents would always threaten. Sorry, Mom and Dad. They would always threaten to drop me off at the loony bin, And, you know, kids' minds, whatever. I didn't understand loony bin meant insane asylum. I thought it was a big bin of loonies. And people drop loonies in their house. I was like, oh, great. Like, please take me to Ponoka, to the loony bin, and then to the candy store. So that's my experience with Ponoka.
Nice. Well, we've had really good experiences with Ponoka. As far as the band goes, that's what really gave us our first push, was our friends and family there supporting us.
It's true. Like,
community is pretty great.
Yeah, there's a handful of bands kind of even starting now and stuff, but at the time there wasn't a lot like going on. So when there was like suddenly a band, there was like people coming and just like hanging out at our practices and stuff for like the first couple months we were a band, because it was like, oh, there's like a band from Ponoka or whatever. So people would come and like bring their friends and just like sit and watch us practice and stuff, and it was like, wow, this is awesome. All these people who like used to make fun of me when I like worked with them at the golf course and stuff came, and like it's like the ending to the movie or whatever when they're all like hanging out at my practice, and I'm like, oh hey guys, I'm not sure if you're like cool enough to hang at this practice. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I never did it.
But you thought it.
That was like me and my big brother was there too, like, and he brought his friends. That was cool, showing actually doing something. Yeah, there's that one practice we all must have invited like 3 people or 4, and then like all of us did, so it added up, and we had that one garage like filled, I think, like 20 people in total. Awesome. It was great.
Yeah, so Ponoka's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely happy to be in Lethbridge though. Like, I don't know. I think it's more conducive to rock music to all be in the same place. Like, I don't know. I think we all really like to fancy ourselves as a rock band, but when it's just me and my guitar trying to write songs, like I can demo them and kind of try and make upbeat stuff, but all being in the same place, I can have an idea for a rock song, and we can all just get together in a garage and rock it out, and then instantly it's there, rather than trying to like demo it in my living room with my like garage band or whatever. So
yeah, I can imagine it's a completely different experience. So compared to having the dynamic of the group, have you guys felt like have you felt kind of without a community since you moved, or have you been able to find that support and that familiarity in Lethbridge here? I don't know, whoever wants to feel
we're getting
that.
there.
Colby,
Like,
you're getting there?
It was good because last year was a transition. Like, we didn't all move to Lethbridge at the same time. We still had a Ponoka and Lethbridge going on at the same time, and over the past year we've been building up our fan base here, and we're slowly getting there. But
yeah, and like, I've been here, I guess this is my 4th year. So that's cool.
You're a veteran.
There's such disdain. No, good.
It's really nice because then Joel moved down last year for his first year of school, and then Colby and Drake are down this year. So it's building a community out of the band, and then but we're definitely we're not on our own. Like, we have lots of friends here and a family too. Like, it's a really awesome community.
yeah, even musically, like with Esper Records and stuff, like Brenna Lowry and the Dandelions, and like Politics of Joy we played with at Fresh Fest and stuff. Like, there's a lot of good music being made in Lethbridge. So it's cool to have this group of kind of like-minded people, even musically, that we were kind of lucky enough to fall into right off the bat, pretty much.
Right on. I'm glad you touched on that, you know, there's like a really kind of bustling and interesting music scene in Lethbridge, because I know when I first moved here, I was pretty surprised as to what was going on. Like, you know, we all have our ideas of what Lethbridge is, or, you know, what it was going to be. And maybe who has some insight as to why you think there is such a strong music and arts community in Lethbridge? I find, like, per capita, it's larger than, say, bigger, like Calgary or Edmonton or anything like that. Colby, you haven't spoken in a while. You want to field that one?
I don't know. I think part of it is the university has a great music program, or so I've heard. Like, I haven't experienced it, obviously, but I think that's part of it. And it's a great place to be. It's, like, peaceful. Well, so far, anyways.
Except for the wind.
Except for the wind, yeah.
It's terrifying.
I shouldn't say the W word. I'm sorry. Good to hear from Jesse.
That's the best I can answer that question. So
That's pretty much what I was gonna say. Was like the thing with Lethbridge is that it's got a really nice, like high quality and growing university and a college as well. So it makes up, or students make up a huge like percentage of the demographic, and students have so much like energy and impact on the city, and so then as well, Lethbridge is a lot smaller than the Edmonton, Calgary scenes. So it's like, I think it's kind of multiplied because it's a smaller place, there's less people, but there's still a lot of students who are, you know, getting arts degrees, and there's the galleries here and like humongous art collections. And then like we were saying, there's lots of really high quality bands and acts that are hanging out in Lethbridge right now. So it is really exciting.
So what you're saying is that the quality of people living in Lethbridge is on average better than the quality of the people you might find in somewhere like Edmonton and Calgary.
Not better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you should agree to that. Jesse, you're putting words in.
That's what I got out of that. So what we're saying is the utilities hate Calgary and Edmonton, and they love, on average, I'm just saying.
Don't bother coming to our shows.
No, I'm being facetious.
I'm being facetious.
I think our best show ever was in Calgary.
It's true.
Yeah.
Calgary. Last time we played Calgary was awesome.
Yeah.
Palomino.
I think.
Cowtown.
Yeah. And I think part of it is.
What sound does it come make?
That was great.
Right.
I think part of it is that Lethbridge is a little bit like out of the way. Like in central Alberta, pretty much everybody ends up going to Edmonton or Calgary for shows and stuff. But Lethbridge is kind of like far enough from either of them that it can like have shows and have people come to them rather than just going to Calgary or Edmonton for a show.
And it could self-sustain a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, I have this theory that Lethbridge attracts really like weird in the best way folk, and that's, you know, that's why how I attest to like the interesting music scene, but that's a compliment. Weird in a good way. That's why we're all here. But I'm
Keep
just
Lethbridge weird. Never heard of a city with that slogan before.
No. Okay, just quickly, your guys' favorite haunts in Lethbridge.
Favorite what?
Favorite places to go, favorite places to be.
Your favorite ghost place.
Your favorite place to lurk.
I really like the Owl.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
They have good beer and awesome food.
Their menu's hilarious. If you ever have a chance, go to the Owl. Okay. Go to the Owl and read the menu. It's funny.
Steve Ford wrote it. He's hilarious.
Funny man.
Go Steve. Do
And
you have
it-
a favorite place in Lethbridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've been here long enough to have
Yeah.
a favorite, because with school I've been my house and the college. That's like
Yeah.
So,
See, but that's like a good perspective to take, because this is the thing about Lethbridge. There's like a constant influx of new, you know, young people, and they got to figure out where their hangout spot's gonna be and find their own little niche. And so yeah, it's neat to hear what you're doing when you first move here. Like that's right on. All right, so now that we're finding our base in Lethbridge and all that good stuff, I'd like to take another departure and talk about your tour to BC a little bit, because I was on your website and I saw some videos and it looked like a pretty funny time. The tour itself, success, you know, not a success. Were you able to gather some fans on your way? How did it go?
Very careful what you say.
It was
Honesty.
not exactly a success as
Yeah.
far as like people coming out to shows and stuff. Like,
Okay.
I think it was a big like learning experience. Like, I mean, we're playing weeknights in bars. We didn't find local bands to play with and stuff. So there'd be a handful of people there, and you know,
We did make some fans.
we sold some CDs. And yeah, when the people who were there really liked us, and we'd hang out, and yeah, made some fans from England. They were on holiday.
That was cool.
Yeah.
No, that's wicked. Do you think it maybe I don't know, Blair, do you want to field this one? Do you think it's sort of a rite of passage as a young band? You have to do that first sort of tour, and it's like, whoa, where are all the people in this city, and why are they not at this bar watching me right now?
Yeah, it's really funny. Like in our last show, at probably the most probably dismal hours of it, there was a guy from, well, I guess he was from Toronto or something, and he had some drinks, but he was talking with us between songs and during songs, and between one of our songs he was talking with us about how he saw back in Toronto back in the day, he saw a band just like us, and they were playing bars, and he was the only one there, and it was Neil Young. And so he was really trying to put some weed in our sales. Yeah.
What a liar!
Is this Mushroom Bill?
And he was going on about Rush too.
Yeah,
or
Rush in
something,
his
and-
gym class, he said.
Yeah. So I don't really, there's not really a point to that other than that I guess it does feel like a rite of passage, and we're not. I think we have. The thing about us, I hope at least, is that we have kind of a decent understanding of where we're at the moment. So I don't think that we have a whole lot of super astronomical expectations going into situations, as Joel said, playing like weeknights in bars with no local support. So we weren't. I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't really.
It wasn't a disappointment. Like we kind of knew what we were.
We were
getting
expecting
into.
it a little bit, and then I guess looking back, it does feel like, we've read about the Tragically Hip playing these shows and Neil Young and people. So
it was our first attempt at a tour type thing, going to BC. So I don't know. I had tons of fun.
That's the thing. It was a blast. Like
so we'll say yes. It is a rite of passage.
Yeah, I don't think I look back at it and regret anything.
Good, that's always good. No regrets, right? So you guys were talking about, so you understand where you're at as a band right now. Sort of, what's your general goal for this band? Are you looking for this to be your career as musicians with this band? Is this just a hobby for you guys? I feel like it's a little more than that. Mm-hmm. Drake, you want to field that? Been too quiet over there. You look like you're sleeping.
I'm awake. No, we're definitely putting our hearts and souls into this and working hard. And like last year, driving 4 hours here, practicing, or playing gigs, and then driving 4 hours to go back to school. And had to skip school some days, but.
That must be hard.
Yeah.
Just skipping school to play music. Life really hands you a poor hand every once in a while.
Priorities, you gotta. So, we're all going to school or working this year, so, and music is up there with our priorities. We definitely, at least for me, I have school and my just studies kind of as a backup, but I'm working so I can do this professionally, because that would be really cool. So I'm working as hard as I can to do that, and I'm pretty sure that's the same with these guys too.
I think we're loving it for what it is. So we're working hard and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Someone hit the chime. We need to do something interesting. Quick! There we go. Here
Look
we go.
at the lava lamp.
Thanks, Colby.
I think there is the goal of making it a full-time professional thing. But yeah, like Blair said, if that doesn't happen, it's not oh, that didn't work out.
Yeah, because it is working.
That's the thing. Every show we play, it's super fun, and if that's all it ever is, that's not a regret. It's still my favorite part of life right now, or whatever. It brings me so much joy. Yeah. So I don't know, how can you go wrong with that, I guess. And if that turns into something I can do every day and make money off of, then yeah, I'll take it. But
yeah, and there's 2 tracks off of our first record called Helix and Nuvik, and they're about his dad, Joel's dad, being in the north, and the sun is really sparse there. So the lyrics are, this is as light as it got, this is the closest we've been to what we wanted. And every show we play, when he sings that lyric, it's always remarkable to me because every show it's like this is the closest we've been to what we wanted, which is like our career, right? So every show I just remember that, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I really like that. That's neat. Do you find, because you talk about the hip or whatever, and their experiences before they were famous and all that good stuff, and they kind of talk about it with romanticism, like, oh, remember when we were poor and living in some basement and we had Willie Brown couches or whatever, right? Like, and but while you're in it,
if
like,
you had an issue with that, you could have. Go on.
And like, but while you're in it, it doesn't feel like a struggle at all. Do you get to have that romantic vibe to it, like, oh, I'm just like a musician starting out and it's so good, and or you know, there's still struggles with it where you're like, I want cable TV, but I can't afford it right now. I want to be more successful.
Well, I think right now, because like we are doing lots of different things, it doesn't necessarily feel like we're starving artists right now, because I think we try and like balance life a little bit. So we do work hard with the band, but those of us that are in school, like that's a priority as well, and relationships, and even just like other hobbies, right? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like personally super blessed. Like I've got it really good. I get to play in this band, but I also have a comfortable house and I can eat food.
Must be nice.
It's quite nice. Yeah.
Jesse has scurvy.
Yeah. Next question. What's it like to have food?
I feel like this is a good time.
You think we get paid to do this?
Sorry. Quiet down now, because I would like to say congratulations to Blair, who's expecting a baby. Woo! Rock and roll daddy.
My wife, that is.
No, you are expecting. You are pregnant as well.
We're expecting
she's
a
not alone in
baby
this.
in March. Yeah.
So,
And so that's gonna be the fifth member of the Utilities.
The jolly jumper on stage.
Yeah. All right, so you're expecting a baby, big changes. Where's your music going right now? Are you like sticking to your roots? Are you writing new music? Are you kind of developing, maybe going into a different, more rock, more pop, more indie? I don't know, can you get more indie? I don't even know. What's going on with the music?
It's changing. Lots of new songs. I think generally more rocky, louder.
Hopefully more fun to listen to, I think.
Yeah.
Less relaxing.
There's been many practices where we've been bouncing and dancing, and it feels good.
Yeah,
it sounds really
Strap
lame.
you guys in jolly jumpers.
Butts wiggling.
Idea for a music video.
Yeah.
Is that weird enough for you?
The idea starts now.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think maybe I'm kind of biased, but I think the songs are getting better. I think that's the most exciting thing about the band for me, is that it seems like every couple months we get a new song or two that are like better than any of the songs we've had up to that point. So I guess like as long as that keeps happening, there's like so much promise in the band for me anyways. And yeah, like so far it has. So I think that's part of what keeps it engaging, is more than a hobby or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Jesse, you got anything going on upstairs there that I haven't covered?
There was one thing that when I talked to Joel and Blair yesterday, and you were just talking about from your experience from a BC tour, about where you went out on a journey somewhere else. It kind of put things in perspective of where you can focus your efforts here on the home front. So do you want to, like, as in places like Calgary and Edmonton, so do you want to like speak to that a little bit of like, do you have to travel so far, and how is that important, and why, or what do you think about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I guess we were like out in BC, just kind of playing these little bars, and I guess kind of had a bit of a epiphany that Alberta is like full of places like this that are pretty much untapped as far as we've gone. Like, I mean, we played Calgary once, played Edmonton like a couple times. So I mean, even like there's so many venues in both of those cities we could play. Even in like Olds and Lacombe and Red Deer and Medicine Hat, like there's so much potential to kind of build out, I guess, in like concentric circles rather than kind of going out to BC and trying to build a fan base there first. Like we can start in Lethbridge and Calgary and Edmonton, and then just kind of move out from there rather than doing like big tours all over the place, playing there once every 2 years or whatever. We can play like every few months in Edmonton and Calgary and Lethbridge and everywhere in between.
Yeah, because you kind of have to build an infrastructure. Like if we had the means and the management to go through the states and play tons of gigs, that would be awesome, and we would earn a lot of fans and friends that way. But we're young and we're still like starting out, so it's like, to be honest with ourselves, like Joel said, Alberta is just like still an awesome like frontier that we're more than willing to keep on working at and playing in and meeting people and getting shows and Alberta's a good place to play music. It's true. Alberta's been really good to us, that's for sure.
Neat. Well, that's all I had.
Yeah, so I think that's about wrapping things up here with the utilities. On the Prairie Sessions, the very first installment. Look forward to some more. And again, thanks to all the boys for coming out, playing some seriously good tunes. And yeah, exactly. All right, so goodbye.